उनका टाइम बहुत कीमती है, मैं उनका बड़ा मशकूर हूँ कि उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम दिया और हमें वाकई काबिल एहतराम शख्सियात से सुनना और उनसे समझना और खुसूसन इस टॉपिक पर बात करना उनसे बहुत ज़्यादा कीमती मराहिल से हम उनसे फैज़याब होंगे। तो इसके बाद इंशाल्लाह क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन होगा और आखिर में हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं मुख्तार अहमद साहब जो कि सम अप करेंगे इन तमाम अहम तरीन पॉइंट्स को भी। तो मैं इस वक्त रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा अपने वर्दी वाइस चांसलर, रियली लकी हैं हम कि वी हैव अ ग्रेट पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ academia with us, a great tourist and scientists who have taken a keen eye on the ups and downs of Gilgit-Baltistan also. I mean our chief guest, Excellency Professor Dr. Muhammad Naeem Khan sir. Worthy Vice Chancellor, University of Baltistan, Skardu, Pakistan, I request you an honor to please share your views on the topic CPEC and tourism in northern Pakistan as peace, love, harmony and prosperity aspects of Pakistan. Professor Muhammad Naeem Khan, Worthy Vice Chancellor, University of Baltistan, Skardu.
सर आपका माइक म्यूट है सर शायद।
मेरा माइक म्यूट नहीं है लेकिन मैं वो प्रेजेंटेशन भी साथ देना चाह रहा हूँ। ये देखिए जरा, है आवाज आ रही है अब?
सर आवाज भी आ रही है और आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन भी हमें नजर आ रही है। सर प्लीज कंटिन्यू कीजिए। थैंक यू
जी, थैंक यू। एक तो ये कि मैं बड़ा ऑनर्ड फील करता हूँ कि आई एम सर्विंग यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बल्तिस्तान फॉर द लास्ट 3 years after serving government of Punjab and government Punjab University for almost 40 years. So it's a great journey from Lahore to Gilgit-Baltistan because this landscape, as you can see, one of our campus is in Hussainabad. This is my seat and my office over here. Across, we can see the river Indus, which is flowing from Gilgit-Baltistan, and it connects all of the Pakistan as a chain. And probably most of these civilizations, they grew on this river network, which connects Pakistan and Gilgit-Baltistan. And you know, across that river, we have a desert called Sarfranga. So I'm very thankful to the government of Pakistan for approving our mega project of almost 2 billion rupees, which is under construction, and will be having a state-of-art school of tourism and hospitality in another 2 years' time. So not only that, we have already started, certificate programs. I think 1 or 2 batches they have passed. And what we do is that we are trying to train the local tourism industry, the hospitality industry, the tour guides, the guest houses managers, tour operators, and many. So we want that there should be a strong partnership between the tourism industry, the industrial sector, and the university. In addition, we'll be doing some other projects, but very fortunate that this year we got 1,000 million rupees of the project from the federal government as PSDP for establishment of the Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management. That will be based in our university, and it will be a joint venture of University of Baltistan and Gilgit-Baltistan Department of Tourism. So, I'll just go because Hassan Hasrat has very nicely given the sort of historic significance, cultural significance of Gilgit-Baltistan and its relevance to Silk Route and China and CPEC. I'll just give you, and especially for my national and international audience, we just want to give you a pictorial presentation just to make you comfortable. And whenever we feel after Eid, the Corona and COVID lockdown is eased, you are welcome to visit us. As I said that, I had a journey from the government of Punjab, through University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, through University of Punjab. For about 15 years, I was in Lahore with the university. So, probably all that experience which I received in Punjab University as a registrar and as dean and as professor and with the government, that is, I'm trying to translate that and into a new small to medium university over here. And our university has unique relevance to the local environment. It's an eco-friendly university, and we want to live in peace and harmony with Himalayas and Karakorams, because our values are moral sanctity, eco-friendliness, peace and tolerance, social justice, human dignity. Gilgit-Baltistan is probably one of the finest and beautiful face of Pakistan. We want to show this face of tolerance, acceptability, hospitality, and sort of peace and tranquility. And especially Baltistan is at best in Pakistan, area with the highest literacy, with highest women participation in education and in other activities, even in agriculture and other business, small scale businesses. This is the area which is having highest happiness index in Pakistan. So we want that the serene environment of Gilgit-Baltistan, its glaciers and mountains and grasslands and all these Deosai national parks and others, they should be used in a very sustainable environmental place. I belong to Murray Hills in district Rawalpindi, but somehow in Murray the construction of hotels and houses has damaged the local forest environment. So we have to do the development, but at the same time the tourism, we have the least of the solid waste, garbage throwing practices in Gilgit-Baltistan compared to the rest of the country. But we fear that in coming years, with the rise of the tourist, we may pollute some of these valleys. So this is my message, that we should address these values and look at the gateway to CPEC, the Gilgit-Baltistan. It's a all-in-one tourist destination. You can see beautiful over here, our Shangri-La resorts, and it's a love heart-shaped lake over there. Then only 40 kilometers from my university, we have the second highest plateau of Deosai, with the unique grasslands and flowers and fauna of brown bear and trout farm fisheries, and especially brown bear and some of the other animals. And very fortunate that Kaplu and Shigar and even Skardu has the historical forts like Baltit Fort and Altit Fort in Hunza. They attract thousands of tourists. So we have these heritage where we can invite our tourists, and these can be our signboards and attractions. And I can CPEC probably is connecting one of the mightiest economic power on earth today, China, with a growing economy of Pakistan and Southeast Asia, India, and Middle East. We have, so probably it's a connection of ibex to peacock. So I'm a zoologist, and ibex is a national animal of Pakistan, and it's a insignia of Zoological Society of Pakistan. So very fortunate that we have some of these attractions over here. And look at the 8th longest wonder of the world is KKH, the Silk Route, and probably these are the Paso cones near Hunza. What a international gateway to China. Very fortunate that previously we had our historical, diplomatic and military connections with North America. We want to continue brotherly relations with all of the countries, but our neighbors, they are our first priority, and probably we can exploit the experience of China, and that can be translated in the development of Gilgit-Baltistan and all of the Pakistan. And if you go to this next slide, look at this ibex of Khunjrab, and these are some of the winter pictures. You can drive on the KKH in Khunjrab area, and you'll be seeing the herds of animals over there. And these are the unique people living in Lahore or Karachi or in Dubai. They will love to come and just see these nature parks over here. Look at this. We can start our tourism connectivity right from Balochistan all the way through Sindh and through Bahawalpur and all the way to Gilgit-Baltistan. So whole of the Pakistan can give a tourist destination package in a different way. Look at the Gwadar. I am a marine biologist also. I am a aquaculturist. So Gwadar can be an international port. It can be an international port of aquaculture. It can be an international landing and fish processing, and because we have traditional, artisanal fisheries activities in Arabian Sea. We have a coastline of around 950 kilometers, but none of that is used for aquaculture, cage farming. China is the largest producer. Almost 70% of the global fish produced by China. It is the biggest aquaculture export. So I would say that it's a very natural that in addition to the industrial zones, Gwadar, Pasni, Armara, and Karachi, Balochistan Coastal Highway should have so many, demonstration cage farms in the open seas, which the Europeans have, which the Chinese have, which the Norwegians have. Many of the other countries, they produce fish from the seas through the cages. So Chinese can establish one or two demonstration farms over there, and from there on, I think Pakistani capitalists and investors can establish. And look at this, last June 2020, some 15 kilometers from my university, I was able to find this cross. We named it as Kavardo Cross. This was a Christian relic. We believe that it is almost 1,000 years old. Maybe it's a 1,200 years old. This is a huge 3 tons to 4 ton cross, which is found high on the mountains across the river Indus in Kavardo Valley, which is, I think, 10-15 kilometers from the Skardu airport. And we are only maybe 5 kilometers from my university. We have this Buddha Rock, Tonga Rock, in Tonpa Rock. So, not only that we are a birthplace of Buddhism in this area, we have huge evidence that Christianity was present in Gilgit-Baltistan, on way to China, maybe on way to Mongolia in the Middle Ages, which is a unique discovery. And I just want to highlight that this, not only the Kavardo Cross discovery, it was a global news. More than 90 countries, they flashed this news in their newspapers. More than 2 billion human beings, they saw this cross. And I'm standing on the top of this cross with my colleague, Dr. Zakir Hussain Zakir. He is the co-author of this discovery. And we are, so excited that Vatican has approached us. They are sending us experts to do the real age analysis through radio label carbon dating method, so that we can identify this huge marble rock, its real age. And then we are expecting around 1,300 million US dollars project coming from Italian government, from one of the university, which is called Pontifical Institute of Christian Archaeology. Holy See, Father Francis, Pope, he has approved this project. We are going to establish a institute, a Balti museum in our university. We are going to establish some international centers for tolerance and global peace and understanding, and so that. So not only that, we are able to, we will be able to attract Far Eastern countries from China, Korea, Japan, to Sri Lanka and for the religious sort of tourism, because we have huge Buddhist, carvings over here. But whole of the European and Western Christian population will be very glad to visit Gilgit-Baltistan if they find that they have the Christian rocks over here, and local population has very warmly protected this heritage site, and they are looking after it, and they are very excited. My next slide is, and many of my colleagues, Dr. Hassan Sahab and others, they have shown pictures of this cultural and religious tourism, which is a Thalpan Chelas. We have the rock carvings, the Karga in Gilgit, we have this. So, Korea and Japan and China, and these are the industrial countries, and they have huge tourism industry. Why can't we invite them? We have to facilitate them, especially their visa activities, and they love to, like the Muslims, they love to go to Medina and Mecca. Buddhists would love to come to Taxila, Gilgit, Baltistan, Chelas. So this is a tremendous potential, but we have to harvest this. And then my colleague from Azad Jammu and Kashmir, he was an excellent presenter. He showed us that we are carrying some 4 peaks which are more than 8,000 in Gilgit-Baltistan. We have 3 or 4 national parks, the Osai National Parks, Khunjarab National Park, and we have Central Karakoram National Park. So we are the largest glacier ice mass after North Pole and South Pole. So we have a North Pole, we have a South Pole, and we have a which pole? Third pole. Third pole. So Baltistan is the third pole of the world. So why not we protect this heritage? Why not to protect these glacier meltings? Why not to sensitize the local population and the global population about the environmental importance of these glaciers, because they irrigate whole of the India and Pakistan. So this is a common heritage ancestry of the human beings. So which Gilgit-Baltistan is the origin of Bonism, Buddhism, and we had Iranian and Kashmiri priests coming who converted the population into Muslim around 600, 700 years ago. Pir Hamdan, he came from Iran through Kashmir. So Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan, we have a common historical connectivity, even through the Dogra. So we are part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So we should have a joint tourism. My next slide is, look at this, the mountaineering. Out of 14 highest peaks in the world, which are more than 8,000, 4 are in Pakistan. This is Baltoro Glacier, very near to Shigar and between Shigar and Gilgit. And this is K2, the one of the best mountain, the most killer mountain, the difficult mountain. We had so far around 82 deaths in that area. So that is a global icon. That is, so we have to cash in. Many of the North Americans, heritage sites are just 200 years old, or they don't have that significance. So we have to make use of these in our posters, in our advertisements, so that we can make use of these landmarks. These are the blessings of God for the human beings and for Gilgit-Baltistan. And look at the Gashaburam 1, which is 8,080 meters, which is the, I think, again, it's 1958 was the first attempt. So again, this is our second attraction. This is the Broad Peak, which is again 8,000 meters plus, and it is having its own challenges and attraction and valleys and glaciers associated. And then we have Gashaburam 2, which is again 8,000 plus 35 meters. So look at this, we are on a treasure of the glaciers. We are sitting on the gold mine of the mountains for the winter sports, for skiing, for hiking. So now is the time that all the stakeholders should join. So today's conference is probably one of the best effort to make use of these concerted efforts. And look at the ecotourism in Baltistan. 3 national parks, major conservation areas of Hushe Valley, Bashu Valley, Nar Valley, and as we said that we have unique. I received telephonic and emails from European countries, and they said that they want to visit to collect plant species because we have the unique species there. Nowhere else, the botanists say that we don't find those plant species anywhere in the world. So let's protect them, let's preserve them, let's keep them, but let's share them with the global humanity because these are the signs of collaboration, cultural integration, message of love, peace, and development. Pakistan should send these messages abroad instead of sword and fighting and Taliban, and that sort of message should not go. We should be sending these type of messages to attract international investment, to attract international tourists, to attract friendly countries, and to make the human beings part of our planet. And look at this markhor, what a mighty animal, and its trophy hunting practice is earning a lot of money for the local tourists in Hunza and other valleys, maybe more than $100,000 or sometime the trophy price. And as I said, that snow leopards, brown bear and marmots and many others are the unique animals only available in this area. And look at the plants, so many artemisia, berberries, sea buckthorns, and many other medicinal plants. Even we can discover. I feel that if the biotechnologists, pharmaceutical companies, and our scientists join hand, we can find cure for COVID-19 from these 50, 60 plant species which are available in Gilgit-Baltistan. And look at the magical landscape. This is Shangri-La, Skardu, a heavens on the earth. And if you see the lakes on the Diosai, and we had a cold desert in Skardu, where we had a unique combination. We have a river, a desert, a Greenland, a glacier mountain. So all in one. Even if you don't go out of Skardu Valley, you can find so many different ecosystems: desert ecosystem, riverine ecosystem, green agriculture ecosystem, and the glacier ecosystem all in one. And look at the lakes, Satpara lakes and Katpana lakes and Upper Kachura lakes. I'm sorry, only I'm focusing more on Baltistan, but there is a huge, story about Ghazi, Shigar, and other Hunza and Gilgit and other valleys of the Gilgit-Baltistan. And look at this one, gems and minerals. These are the prized, some of the stones which we produce in Shigar. These can be processed, polished, and developed into an industry. We are going to establish a small school of gem polishing and industrial training for the workers, for the miners, so that we are able to help them to value add their product instead of selling the dynamited broken pieces. We want them that they should polish them and then sell them through international bidding or on the online bidding, so that they can get good price. And we have a unique culture of forts and mosques and khankas and Buddha rocks and rock carvings and wood carvings and cultural festivals. We are the only area where we had in March, we had Jashan-e-Nowroz. Why not? Why Iran or Central Asia should have a monopoly? It's a birth of spring festival. So Gilgit-Baltistan, they celebrate it with all the fanfare. So let's not paint all the Muslim into one color. We should continue to enjoy the unique diversity of cultures and music and dances and all that. Look at the forts. We have Shigar Fort, we have Kaplu Fort, Yabgo Palace in Kaplu, and very near to my university campus we have this Kharpocha Fort, almost 500 years old. Still it's a very unique architecture, high on the top of the mountain in front of my university. So these are something we have to protect, preserve, conserve, and share with global people, because humanity at large, they want to see these things. We have the mosques and khankas of Shigar and Kaplu, and look at the woodworks and the artisanal expertise of the people. This is a artwork which we have to promote and continue. Look at the architecture and woodworks of Khaplu Palace and Chakchan Mosque in Shigar. And so in Khaplu. A tourist coming to this place can find so many things: agri-tourism, cultural tourism, architectural tourism, historical tourism, landscape tourism, and sports tourism, adventure tourism, many of the mountaineer, sports and activities. So you can find so many things in one place. And look at, these are my students. When I came in 2018 June, we had our first festival over here, a cultural festival. So these are traditional Balti women dresses. They look beautiful with the caps and embroidery and all that. And look at this. We were runner-up in one of the Jeep rally in our local desert. We wanted that all of the Pakistani Jeep racers, they should come to Baltistan, Skardu, and participate. And here, the University of Baltistan was partnered with the District Administration Commissioner and DC Skardu and Shigar. So we had in 2018 and 2019 a very successful annual this desert car rally. But in 2020 onward, because of the corona, we couldn't continue, but we are waiting for the time that we will get back to this same activity over here. And we celebrate our heroes. If you see, one of the lady over here is Lady but Samina Beg. She's the lady who climbed Mount Everest, first female from Pakistan. And so she was with us. We had celebrated World Mountain Day 2019 and with the students and with and we had Little Cream. Little Cream is another icon. We had 4 documentaries made by Italian and Spanish governments on him, because he was a porter who went to K2 many times without oxygen. He just carried, and he received international recognition because of that. He's an old man now, but his granddaughters are now participating in mountain activities. And last January, we lost a great son of Gilgit-Baltistan, Little Karim, Ali Satpara. Ali Satpara is from Satpara village near Skardu. I go 1 hour walk from my place, so I reach his place. He was a goodwill ambassador of University of Baltistan. We established a center for Ali Satpara Center for Mountaineering in January. We have a Little Karim Mountaineering Club for the students, and we have a Samina Beg Mountaineering School in University of Baltistan. Many of them are, in the pipeline. Many of them are under construction. But we have started a glacier grafting activity in Machlu area, and we celebrate. And we have partnership with UNDP and with EVK2CNR. It's an Italian NGO for the protection of the Osai and Central Karakoram National Park. We do research with them. And look at this, Samina Beg, Little Karim, and Ismail Khan is our advisor on tourism. Ibrahim Hussain is doing at the moment a PhD from University of Baltistan in Malaysia. We have Wazir Jafar, he is the tour operators president. He is our goodwill ambassador. Yumna Vadaich is a young lady who came from Lahore all the way to Gilgit-Baltistan on motorbike. She is our brand ambassador, and she is occasionally a guest speaker in University of Baltistan. And so we are trying to establish the Department of Tourism and Hospitality, make it relevant to our Gilgit-Baltistan. And this is, we paid homage to this guy. He was with us in 2019 in one of our convocation, Ali Satpara. He is now the iconic ambassador of mountains for whole of the world. Many of the global community people, they know Pakistan through Ali Satpara and his efforts. He was with me last year in one of the seminar over here. We are sitting three of us. me, little Kareem and Ali Satpara and one of our granddaughter who is a mountaineer. So idea is that mountaineering and mountains are in the heart and soul of Gilgit-Baltistan. And this is, the tourism can be the flagship and is the flagship academic and training program of University of Baltistan. I'm thankful to all of you because we are a university. We are promoting ecotourism, cultural tourism, mountaineering and hospitality, and we will be a catalyst of economic prosperity and change, and especially the different cultures, the Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and Bonism, and many of these cultures, they can join hand in Gilgit-Baltistan to sow the seeds of friendship, peace, and global understanding. Thank you very much. I'm honored that you gave me this time. Thank you very much.